And now it's time for the latest exciting episode of Doz's Television Workshop.
Hello and welcome back to Doz's Television Workshop. It's a bit of a disaster today. Remember the flutter buster we did a couple of weeks ago? Well, unfortunately Colin collected it and it didn't last very long. It arrived and the 47 ohm surge limiting resistor was open circuit. I've replaced it here. I stupidly didn't run any further checks, plugged it in, switched it on, and as you can see this one failed very rapidly. There's a crack in it, and yeah, that one opened very quickly. Most interestingly, the fuse didn't go. So the fuse is protected by a more expensive resistor. Nice work. Anyway, poked around and 3 of the 4 of these output transistors have failed short circuit. So yeah, these are tip 49s, and looking at the spec of the tip 49, I must say it's a little bit marginal on the voltage it's switching, so I've gone for tip 50s. These are tip 50Gs, bought from a reputable supplier. So yeah, let's fit those and see if we can work out what killed it in the first place. Right. Well, you can see how violently that failed. Yep. Right, put those in our pot of wounded and fit a new 47. Excuse me! God, dear. A new 47 ohm resistor in there. And I do want to make a few more checks before we carry on and blow all this lot up again. So, yeah. This black blob, by the way, here, that's not burned or whatever. That's some different compound I put on there just to try and strengthen that board. Because after last time, it really wasn't. It really wasn't great. Right. So, 2 sets of output transistors driven by this op amp over here. Now, because these went short circuit and their bases are directly coupled to the output from this quad op amp, I want to test it. And thankfully, I've got my Lin Axis of Evil, a chip tester here, which will do an LM324. So I'm just going to put it through its paces on there and make sure it's still all right. So let's go ahead and get that out. Okay, the LM324, so we can pop that in there. That'll then show us whether it's operating or not. Interesting. Is it snubbing the output from these? You just pop that out. I think it might well be, you know. Pop a decent one back in. I think that multiplexer might be finished actually. But yeah, that appears to be working okay. So we think our LM324 is going to be okay. Yep. That is bringing all 4 channels on, so it's probably okay. Okay, so what to do now? Have I found all the little niggles? Do we just switch on and hope for the best? Or shall I bring it up gently on the variac or lamp limiter or something? Difficult to say really. Yeah, I think we'll pop a meter on. Just have a little look on the output, see what the voltage is doing, and we'll gently wind it up on the variac, I think is the thing to be doing. And you know what, I'm going to do the lamp limiter business as well. So let's put both lamps in circuit. I'm on volts AC here. And let's switch some power on. Okay. Yeah, just seems to be working, doesn't it? What I need to do, of course, is measure the frequency of that output voltage. Just make sure it's correct. Yeah, and I can't do that because I've left my yellow meter with the frequency mode on it at my mate's house, which I'm picking up tomorrow morning. Does the Metra hit do it? I wonder. Hertz says it does. Okay. Alright, let's have a look on there. Just clip the leads onto the back of the socket. Right, is that in shot? No, it isn't. There we are. So, shouldn't be any DC on it, so let me gently bring it up. There we go. We have 157 volts, and that's our 67.6 hertz. Okay, switching off. Switching over to the 50 hertz side. 50 hertz, 142 volts. The voltage is lowered slightly by the controller. I wonder if we can set that up a bit better. What have I got? That might just do. I need a different tweaking tool. That is all the way up at 155 volts. Yeah, Linnies do like a few less volts at their motor, so there we go. Apparently cuts the vibration down. But that's it working. But I'm still concerned. I think what I need to do is actually get an LP12. Just make sure it's doing its thing. Well, I couldn't get hold of an LP12, but as you can see here, I did find a phase board and a motor. And yeah, it's running fine. So I'm just going to box this back up and return it to Colin, and fingers crossed that it doesn't pack up again. Well, there you have it. It is working fine. Colin's had it back, and to be honest, I'm hoping I've seen the last of it, but I've got my suspicions. Of course, if somebody did plug it into a unit with maybe a faulty motor, or that phase change capacitor's failing on a board, it is possible that it could short the output out and kill the transistors. But there we go. Anyway, that's it for this one. Click like, subscribe, do all that rubbish, and I'll see you very soon here on Doz's Television Workshop. Cheers now. Bye.